In this video, thanks for joining me live if you're here live. I'm going to be showing you how to get great keywords for your blog posts without having to pay for expensive software. So if you want to have a blog post that gets seen on Google, you need to make sure the blog has one keyword you're writing about. So for example, if I'm going to write a blog post about the best Colombian coffee, my keyword would be best Colombian coffee. Now that's an easy keyword, but how do you find great keywords to write about? What is the process? Well, one of the ways is to use very expensive software such as SEMrush. Now, SEMrush, as great as it is and as much as I use it, won't be helpful for you if you're a new blogger simply because it's far, far too expensive. So that's what this video is going to cover: how to do great SEO research, how to get great keywords without spending a dime. I'm going to show you the process from beginning to end that will teach you exactly how to do that. Now, before I get into it, I want to invite you to join me in my new Facebook group. It's called First Blog. What you'll learn to do when you're in there. Not only will I be showing exclusive content, my strategies, and doing video calls like this or live streaming sessions there we've been working on, in that it's not getting as much growth as you'd like, and I will be giving you free feedback. I'll review your blog, post it in there, and it's just a great way to connect with other people who are also starting to blog. Join that by in the link below in the pinned comment. Exclusive audio is working, that's good, and you can see where it says join my group. In any event, welcome guys. Thanks so much for getting in here. Let's just jump in real quick with how to find great. I'll be showing you these are all methods I use to get keywords that grow my blog into the millions of visitors a year range. Very simple, and it's free. We're going to start off. Number one is using a tool called Ubersuggest. Now, I'll be frank with you, I am not the biggest fan of this tool. I don't best tool, but it is a free tool and it will get you started right away. Real SEO keyword research for a site about Aikido, which is a Japanese martial art. This is one of my clients. So they want me to find great, and that's what I'm going to do here. Of course, again, I'm going to be doing it just by searching it on Google or going to app.neilpatel.com. You'll come to this page and you can type in any keyword you want. So again, in this example, I'm going to type Aikido. Now, if you scroll down, they have all of this information here. But the important is under keyword ideas. And I'm going to go ahead and view all keyword ideas. So when it loads, what it's going to do is give me a list of different words that I can write about. As far as Aikido goes, these are words that are related to the word Aikido. It's moving very slow today. There we go. So here are some great keywords that maybe I want to write about. So what I Google create that has keyword where I can post the name of the keyword, search volume, competition, source, and example. So let me show you how this works. First, let's say I scroll down this and I say, you know what? Aikido meaning is a great article to write about. So I'm going to go here. Meaning, and this will become a blog post that I write about later. It higher chance. So I'm going to go over and say that there is this. Next is basically how difficult for that keyword. Now, according to the rank high on, so we'll write 18. If the keyword was 100, that would be very makes sense, right? I want to know where my keywords are coming from. So in this front, I can note for myself. Yeah. So it's a little bit easier to see for you guys. Finally, the example. So what I like to do is create a new and just search for Aikido meeting on Google. And this will show us Google is putting on their web for Aikido meeting. So here is a website called Midwest Aikido Center, and they have a blog post on this topic called What is Aikido? Example of this keyword. So later when I go to post is look up this article and maybe my article, maybe mine is longer, maybe mine has more photos, something like that. So that's how we can get keywords from our first source, which is Uber to find sources of keywords. Is simply to steal what works. That's the name of this whole thing, steal what works. So I like to find other blogs about Aikido and see what keywords they're using to inspire me. And we're going to see some other blogs about Aikido. And we can just click them. And what we're going to do is see what keywords they're writing about and see if there's any on our own website. Especially if it's a bigger blog. Good at finding the right keywords. So we can look at their certain keywords that we might want to write about. And of course, my website internet is just a little bit slow right now, which is too bad. Start. So when we're related to Aikido, something that we so here, but this might be a better at this site. So why is Aikido great for women? People might search on Google for Aikido and women. Aikido women or women in Aikido, or is Aikido good for women? These words we can mention in the new blog post. The keyword why Aikido is great for women. So that's fantastic, and we're going to go ahead and set right here about source. Learning to break fall, that's a good one. So if you're writing a article about tomatoes for whatever reason, maybe you have a gardening blog, special technique knows the tomatoes vines around it. Maybe there's a word for that technique or strategy, and you'd want to write a blog post about that. So we're going to go ahead a few more. Cross training. Power. That's interesting. I've never heard of cross training before, but it makes sense. Different martial arts. So maybe about cross training as well. It's very easy. We already know what our examples are. This is the example of cross training. So we're going to go ahead and put that blog post in for cross training. That's the example we're getting it from. So you can see that this is very logical. We're finding keywords on other blogs about the topic we want to write about. Your dojo first aid kit. That's great too. So there's many different sentences and keywords here that we can write about. And one way you can easily find out what the keyword is you can look up here in the URL. And you'll see that usually the URL is the keyword. So your dojo first aid kit, or just dojo first aid kit. Either of those would be fine. So that's our second way of getting free keywords. That's using other blogs as an example. Now let's move on to my personal favorite. I think you're really going to like this. This is using Google itself to find the keywords. So let's say that we go on to Google. And as you know, we can start typing something. Like I can type in cheese. And then Google will recommend what they think I'm going to search for. This is called autocomplete. So if I type in Aikido, Google is going to suggest all of these different keywords to me. So for example, Aikido versus Judo. That's not a bad keyword. So we can copy that and we could post that in as our keyword, Aikido versus Judo. And we even have an example post, right? Here's our example. So I'm going to go and copy that example. And our source is Google autocomplete. Make this just a little bit larger. So this should be pretty logical. It should make sense. And for everyone watching live, thank you. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, you can ask in the Anyway, moving on. What's really cool about this too is after you get a keyword, so for example, our keyword is Aikido versus Judo, we can start typing in Aikido versus Judo, and then it will start recommending other keywords. So Aikido versus Judo, different keyword. So it's like a rabbit hole. Every keyword you get, you can start typing on Google, and it will so we can put in, and it will give us Aikido meaning in Japanese, Aikido meaning in English, cross training. Just do the G and add it back, and it will populate with, there we go, cross training in business, control parts, and see what it recommends. Cross training multiple martial arts, best cross training for martial arts. Those are other keywords we can use. And we can also just do Aikido and then type a random letter like S, recommendation. I type keto stick, it gives keywords in Aikido. So maybe we want to have an article, make one through and find hundreds of thousands of keywords if you wanted to. It's actually quite simple. Quite simple isn't the right phrasing. It's very simple to do this. So that method, which is using Google autocomplete. And every keyword that we find, no matter what source, we can go back to Google autocomplete and we can go ahead and search volume and competition. Well, that's what happens. We're doing this free, so we don't have all the information. We can go back, though, and plug these keywords into Ubersuggest and then get the search volume and competition. So that's one way we can start to do our research more. So I'll put in Aikido versus Judo. Now, sometimes that there's zero traffic. That doesn't mean there's zero. That just means this tool can't find any. And that's okay. Or it just means the number is fairly low. But if Google is recommending it to you, it means that people are searching for it. So keep that in mind. So while this loads, oh, here we go, look. Of course, you do have to log in with Google. It's free. I'm not going to do that. But we can see that this has a search volume of 480 searches a month, which is pretty good. We can fill all the rest of this in. Now let's do one blog post. So we're going to go back to Google. And we're going to type in Aikido again. Now, instead of looking at the autocomplete, look, these are great keywords. Aikido history, Aikido philosophy, Aikido techniques, all perfect. But we can also go down to people also ask. Now these are basically our future blog posts. So we can click on what is taught in Aikido. Our example. This is people also ask. Our own version of for our website. Now, what I love is that we can take these keywords, we can search them on Google, and then Google is going to give us people also ask on those keywords. Is Aikido hard to learn? That's great. That's a perfect article we can write. It will give us more people also ask suggestions. Should I learn Aikido? That's perfect. The other great thing about people also ask is, every time you click one of these, it will give you more people also ask questions. So this is a really easy way to get almost an endless amount of keywords that are completely free. And then after you build out this list, what you can do maybe just if you go ranking on Google, because there's so many people searching for it, which means there's a lot of competition. The other thing is the competition here, the lower the better. If it's 60 or 70, then it might start getting a little Google for that keyword. So you might want to keep it under in terms of the score out of 100. Now the final of getting your, I said 4, but this is like a bonus, is to brainstorm. So we'll write brainstorming for this method. And this is pretty simple, right? This is just where you're going to think of keywords in your head, and we're going to just write down a big list of words that are related to our topic. So let's say moving medication, because Aikido is a form of moving medication. Martial Sensei, who is the name of martial art. Is sword martial arts that use swords. What martial officers use? Is you can brainstorm. Let me make this big. You can brainstorm all of the different words related to blog about. You put them all in to your spreadsheet and just label them as brainstorms. And then you can go and use Ubersuggest to double check and see which one of those get search volume. Now, my favorite thing to do is once, and let me just share my screen here. Once you go ahead and find these keywords, what you can do, let's say Japanese martial arts, is you can plug that into Google to see that people also ask for this keyword, right? And you can also do autocomplete, where you can see all of these autocomplete options. So overall, even if you're not paying thousands of dollars for very advanced level keyword research tools, because you're a beginner blogger and you don't have money to throw around on something, the reality, you don't need to. You can do all of your best. Go on Google and use autocomplete and people also ask and brainstorm, and you'll find literally thousands of different keywords. Once you have those keywords, all you need to do is write a blog post about them. And to make life really, really easy to write a blog post about a keyword, all you need to do is see what other people are writing about for that keyword by searching. If I was doing this Japanese martial arts, this article mentions Aikido in that list, right? So what I would do is I would basically not steal this. I wouldn't, well, I would steal it, but I wouldn't copy it. I wouldn't do anything unethical. I wouldn't copy and paste. But I'd say, look, here are 4 martial arts: karate, judo, iaido, and aikido. And I'm going to make my own blog post and mention these same martial arts. And then I just make mine a little bit better by having it longer, or have more information, or have more pictures, anything like that. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, you can go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I will respond and read every comment that is posted down there. Also, you can join my free Facebook group, where if you post your blog, I will give you a free review on it and give you feedback. It's called Launch Your First Blog. So you can go ahead and join that by clicking the pinned comment link to join that group below. Thank you so much for watching live, or otherwise if you're watching this later. If you have any questions, again, you can just go in that group and ask me, and I will respond there. So thanks so much